Following the wedding, my daughter-in-law came to my door with a notary. "We've just sold this house. You're going to a nursing home." My daughter-in-law Amanda stood in my living room, her smile as cold as December frost, while a notary shuffled papers like they were dealing cards for my funeral. But instead of signing my life away, I looked her dead in the eye and said, "Perfect timing, Amanda. But before we do this, how about a quick stop at the police station?" You should have seen the color drain from her face. Because that day she thought she was outsmarting a 68-year-old woman, but what she didn't know was I'd been playing a much longer game. This story starts with the most humiliating 24 hours of my life, and trust me, it ends with the most satisfying. Just 2 days before, I'd watched my only son, Michael, marry Amanda in the very same church where I'd married his father 35 years ago. The ceremony was beautiful. Amanda looked absolutely radiant, and I truly thought maybe, just maybe, we could finally build a real relationship. After all, she was carrying my future grandchild. How naive could one woman possibly be? The reception was at the country club, the same one where I'd worked as a waitress to put Michael through college. I'd scraped together $15,000 for their wedding. Money I'd saved from my Social Security checks, eating generic cereal, and walking to the grocery store to save every last penny on gas. Then came the first sting. "Dorothy's been such a help," Amanda announced to a table full of her friends, her voice dripping with the kind of sweetness that makes your teeth ache. "She's been living with us for months, helping with the down payment on our house. Such a generous mother-in-law." The women at the table smiled politely, but I caught the glances they exchanged. I knew exactly what they were thinking. Poor old woman probably can't manage on her own anymore. What Amanda conveniently left out was how that help had happened. 3 months ago, she'd convinced Michael that my little apartment wasn't safe for an elderly woman living alone. "What if you fall?" she'd said, tears in her eyes. "What if something happens and no one knows for hours?" Before I knew it, they'd moved me out of my apartment and into their spare room, temporarily, while we looked for something better suited to my needs. Meanwhile, the $15,000 I'd given them for their house down payment had mysteriously become a loan that would be paid back when things settled down. Spoiler alert, things never settle down when someone's busy spending your money. "She's practically family," Amanda continued, and the way she said practically made my chest tighten. As if after 5 years of dating Michael and 9 months of wedding planning, I was still auditioning for acceptance. But the real humiliation, the one that made my blood run cold, came during the speeches. Michael stood up, champagne glass in hand, beaming at his new bride. "I want to thank everyone who made this day possible," he began. "My beautiful wife, our families, and of course, my mother, who's always been there when we needed her." Polite applause. Normal so far. Then Amanda rose, elegant in her wedding dress, and the room went quiet. "I also want to," full story video added in below,